Hi, my name is Mike and this is Real Estate in 10. The House passed the budget and debt ceiling, but we're not out of the woods just yet. Inflation concerns have eased up for just a moment, and coffee and shampoo, just like everything else, may be more expensive in a grocery store near you. Let's start the show. The House passed the budget and debt ceiling, but it needs to go through the Senate as well. Republicans stated that they will not contribute to the 60 votes needed to increase the debt limit. The Democrats essentially have two options here. They can either use their budget reconciliation plan or attempt to coerce some of the Republicans to vote. Other than that, I'm steering clear of anything political on this show. But just expect a lot of finger pointing and name calling, and I'm sure a lot of hurt feelings. Moving on. Inflation has dropped slightly to 5.3% in August, which is a step in the right direction. Kind of. And the Federal Reserve expects prices to come back down spring of next year. But we will see. With House and the Senate battling it out and global supply chain issues, we may see more inflation, especially if the Feds don't taper. And they should be planning on tapering in November. And like I said in a few videos ago, if you're worried that the Feds are going to raise interest rates to battle some of that inflation, I wouldn't hold my breath, or at least kind of. Jerome Powell even said it himself. They'll raise interest rates after they're done tapering. And now that they've given us finally a start date of when they're going to start tapering, November 4th, we should expect interest rates to jump back up, or them pushing interest rates back up, probably the second half of next year. And that's if everything goes according to their plan. And it's based off of the CPI report and the jobs report that's supposed to be coming out in October. So if you're a buyer, you will most likely never see these interest rates in the following years, 2023, 2024. Now, again, this isn't propaganda to buy or sell, or it's a great time to buy and sell. That's not my point. I'm not telling you to buy or sell, but with rents soaring in cities across the country, it isn't just home prices that are shooting skyward. Rents are increasing even faster than home prices. A new Redfin report says that August rents hit a national year-over-year growth of 11.5%. That's the first double-digit rate rent growth in American history ever. Now, you may be saying that sure, interest rates are so low, but real estate is still super expensive. How can anybody afford this? And I kind of understand that point of view. But as long as you kind of meet these three things. One is, can you make your monthly payments? Live below your means, and you're essentially using inflation to eat up your mortgage. I know that's a super simplistic way to explain everything, but if you have any questions, get a hold of me. We can go in depth. In other news, because of global supply chain issues, the average number of days it takes to get from China to California from those massive cargo ships has increased from 40 days to 71 days. So families are starting their Christmas shopping early. Even day-to-day grocery supplies, I'm sure you've noticed, like shampoo and coffee, are getting even more, it's restricted, or the price is going to increase even more. I don't know how by much, but ingredients like palm oil, which is an essential ingredient for shampoo and biofuel, is becoming more expensive. So we will probably see a continued increase in price. Like everything else, building materials are still very expensive. And sure, builders had a little break in August for lumber prices, but other materials started to skyrocket. And labor keeps increasing as well. So we still may be dealing with the same issues we've been dealing back in 2019 of low amounts of housing inventory. Now again, for the second month in a row though, I have noticed, and purely it's kind of anecdotal, is that houses have been sitting longer than expected. And homeowners aren't necessarily getting their 30 offers, those 30 crazy offers they would be getting in the heat of it. But we are of course still dealing with the 2 months of inventory, which is extremely low. A normal market is 6 months of inventory. And comparing anything to the heat of last year, it would probably be a stark difference. The slight chill in the market has to be a bunch of things. There's so many reasons why there might be a chill in the market, or at least if I could try to put my finger on something, is that things it's essentially the end of the season and consumer sentiment is down, which makes sense. I actually created my own survey the other day asking people what they thought the economy, or how they thought of the economy. Was it improving? And 57% said yes and 43% said no. And based on that data and the 4 friends who answered my question, I'm just kidding. It echoes exactly what the national consumers are feeling, right? There's a lot of ifs going on. Are you actually going to get your house built? Are you actually going to get a washer and dryer in the time that they said they would deliver? Anyways, there's a lot going on right now, and there's a lot happening like everything else, right? The economy's kind of trying to stabilize, and the feds are trying to do their best, I would assume, to make sure that we're put in a better position possible. Anyways, that's all I have for the week, and I'm telling you, if you're thinking about buying or selling, you have to kind of be strategic moving forward. And if you have any questions or concerns, give me a holler. I'm here to help, or at least I'm trying to be as helpful and of service as I can. Have a great rest of your day.